we are doing something very radical that is really changing the reality.
Walls, checkpoints, rules, laws that stop us from meeting each other are designed to keep us invisible from each other, and it makes the dehumanization process easier.
The world, particularly Israel-Palestine, is dominated by male leaders, has ended up in a complete quagmire, in a state of mutual victimization in which each side claims moral virtue by having suffered more. What could be more perverse than that?
There's a lot of peace movements in Israel, but there's nothing that is led and thought and felt by women. So that was 40 women in the very first meeting. Now we're 40,000. We're the fastest growing grassroots movement in Israel right now, and the most active physically out there in the streets.
The 21st century really belongs to women, and we haven't yet seen, I think, a full force of women's power emerge.
We don't want another war.
We unify around the notion that only a political agreement will finally bring peace to this region. It's not going to be another war. It's not going to be if we purchase more tanks and more airplanes.
Just look at this place, how small it is and how long the history of it, and how many walls were built and how many walls were taken down. This wall is going to come down.
We are all victims of the patriarchy that is for thousands of years, that the patriarchy that make us split. So enough of that.
Both sides have searing wounds that define their collective psyche, but celebrating suffering, it embodies toxicity, and we have to move beyond that poison.
Today is for the women who are courageous enough to ask for the unaskable peace.
We are an Israeli movement, and we have the support of our beautiful and courageous Palestinian sisters.
I do believe that this conflict is actually entrenched in a sense of deep losses.
We are tired of paying the price of our children being buried.
The Palestinians see now that there is a real partner on the ground who is trying to change the dynamics inside Israel.
So we are saying it's a myth that it's impossible to do peace here. It's a myth.
I don't think that women can change the political leadership now, but at least they can do the re-education of both people about the other. Everyone who came through this city for thousands of years have a stake in this city. Jerusalem is important for everyone in the world. Her doors have to be open to everyone, and that's the equation for peace.